All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the New York Jets. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. This will be taken very short. And look at this. Right away, a loose football.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Offense retains possession.
Set. 53. My hand, 80. Thanks. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, switch to 80.
They run with a former Eagle and Dolphin, Jay Ajayi. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll run with Sanders. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, come on now, come on now. Check. Check, hot. Check, crunch.
Now it's Ajayi. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They run with Ajayi, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 22, Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
36. Kill. No. Kill.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jordan Jenkins in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Wentz going to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Ajayi. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Mike 54.
Play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start on the ground here at Sanders. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Wentz now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Mike 54. And let's pin the mirrors back. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
To throw, it's Wentz. And it's a fumble. Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing his Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Two jet. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety, Jamal Adams.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Right there.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Man 5-7. Hey, 5-7.
Once again with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
This is Ajayi. They find some open field here. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bryant is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Great 15, great 15.
54 Mike.
You what? Hey, wahoo! Ram.
Mike 54. Woo-hoo.
Watch the same.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a... First down for Philadelphia. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
81, 81.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Hey, Delta.
54's Mike. Check, watch it.
From midfield, here's Wentz. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Running with Howard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Championships, baby. Mike's 49. Hey, Zoo.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Steps away to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
5-7. Check Mike 54. Smooth. Oh, you got deep?
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Hey, empty.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it third down.
Here we go, son.
53 is the mark.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Ajayi, first down and more. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Right there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Stand. Two jet. Hey, Charlie.
Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Sunday.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Check 37.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll cut. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
14, Jets 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch your slack. Watch your slack.
Ready?
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
53, check 53. I'm coming after you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Buzz. Hey, one set.
From the 30 on second down, Wentz escaping the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
He's not going to get me. Switch.
Right there. 54, right?
Hey, Ford, Tokyo.
Rip left.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go, set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go! No 80.
Darnold from the red zone now. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, Reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh? STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. I come look bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Leave beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great color coats. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Leave the beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bag. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Chad calling. Let me